Hello all, welcome to Selenium Python Training Series. In this session, we are going to continue creating the hybrid framework where we are going to optimize the page object model that we have implemented in the previous session. In the previous session, we have implemented the page object model design pattern that we are going to optimize in this session. So let's get started. In the previous session, I just did mention that page object model is a design pattern. It's not a framework. Rather, it is a design pattern. If some people will ask you, is page object model a framework? You have to mention that page object model is not a framework. Rather, it is a design pattern. Okay, just be aware of that. And now, what do I mean by optimizing this page object model that I have implemented in the previous session? Optimizing means I would like to reduce the number of lines of code. In the previous session where I have implemented this page object model, I have generally written and have written more lines of code. So in this session, I'm going to show you how to reduce that number of lines. Okay, there is a way to reduce the number of lines to optimize this implementation of the page object model that I'm going to cover in this session. Okay, so let's get started with the practical demonstration of optimizing this page object model. And there is one more thing, guys. In the previous session, I mentioned that the advantage of using this page object model is to remove the hard coding of the locators from the individual automation scripts and moving them to a centralized location, centralized page classes. That was a major advantage I mentioned. But there is one more advantage. The other advantage we have is the readability, guys. Okay, if you open any of this page class, okay, if you open any of this automation script or tests having some automation scripts, right? You can clearly see, you can understand this. You see, you can read this. The readability got increased. Earlier, we have written driver.find element. That is not readable. But here you can clearly see what's happening. Homepage dot enter product into search box field. You see, it's all English, right? The readability got increased. You know that in the on the homepage, you are entering this HP product into the search box field. And at least it is readable. Click on search button. You know that you're going to click on the search button. Okay, here you are checking the display status of the valid product in the search page. So the test automation script is now readable, more readable than the previous where we have written driver.find element and all those stuff. Here it's kind of more English and more readable. Okay, that is another advantage we get by implementing the page object model. Though this advantage is not the major one, is another advantage you can say, additional advantage you got. Apart from removing the hard coding of locators from this individual automation scripts, you're also gaining the advantage of code readability. I mean, more readability of the code. Okay, code readability got increased, you can see. So that's what is the advantage. Now let me optimize this page object model by reducing the number of lines of code. I'll start from here in the test search.py. So how to reduce this lines of code here? I'll give you one idea. Here, you already know that when you click on the search button, you will be taken to the which page? Search page. So is it required to write this line explicitly here, or I can make this line part of this method itself? So if I make this particular line part of this method itself, it's going to be good. How to make that? You see, where is this particular method created on the home page? Okay, let's go to the home page here. Let's go to the home page. In the home page, when I click on search button, this is the method. In this, what I will write here is I'll write something like this. Okay, I'm going to return the search page. I know that when I click on this search button, I'll be taken to which page? Search page. So I'm creating an object for the search page here itself, and I'm passing self.driver here, and I'm going to import this. I'm going to import this search page here from the pages package. Okay, done. So if this particular method is going to return you the object of this search page, then why we have to create that object here? There's no need of writing this line, right? Remove this line. Now you already know that this click on search button is going to return an object of which page? Search page. You see, returning the object of the search page. So you can directly write search underscore page. One line got already reduced. You can see that one line got already reduced. Have reduced the number of lines of code here. And apart from that, if you go here also, once you click on the search button, you don't have to write this extra line anymore, because this click on search button, we have created something like return the object of the search page we created. So directly you just create the object reference search page is equal to done. And what about this one here also? You're writing a separate line for creating an object that is not required. When you call this form method, it is going to return you the object of the search page, for which you are going to create an object reference like the search page. By this method, you're going to reduce the number of lines of code. Okay, this is one of the way. And so all the three tests, we have reduced the lines here for a while. And now let's go to the another test and close all this stuff. that is another page, another functionality page. I mean, that is this. After test search, I'll go to test login otherwise. So here test login has 1, 2, 3, 4 tests are there. So I'll reduce the number of lines here. Okay. So here, once you click on my account drop down and once you select the login option, you know that you'll be taken to the login page, right? On the home page, when you click on the my account drop down and click on the login option, you'll be definitely taken to the login page. So what I will do is I'll reduce this line here from here and I'll make this part of this method, which is in the home page, select login option. So open the home page and in that select login option is there. There's select login option. Here I'll write down return login page self.driver. That's it. Hover the mouse on this and import this login page from pages package. Done. Now go here and you know that select login option is going to return you the object of this login page. When you hover, you can clear this login page. So just write down login underscore page is equal to, okay, you don't have to write this line anymore, remove that. Okay, so one line got reduced. And here, once you click on the login button, you know that you'll be taken to account page. Okay, once you provide valid credentials and click on this login button, you'll be taken to which page? Account page. So what I'll do is I'll reduce this line also from here. I'll go to click on login button, which is on login page. Click on login button. This is the one, click on login button. Here I'll say account page, right? Account page, return account page of self.driver and hover the mouse on the account page and import this from pages package. By doing that, now you can come here and you know that this particular method is going to return the object of this account page. So directly you can say, sorry, account underscore page is equal to, and you don't have to write the separate line anymore. Okay. Now, what about this one? Home page, select login option is going to take you to the login page. So directly right here, login underscore page is equal to, and you don't need this line to be written. And once you click on the login button, you are still on the login page. You don't have to do anything here. And what about this one? Select login option will take you to the login page. Okay, the object of the login page here, login underscore page. And you can remove this line. So you are still on the login page, no need to do much. So here, home page, select login option will take you to the login page. So yeah, directly give login page is equal to, because this method is going to give you the object of the login page. You don't have to write this here. And you are still on the login page, no need to do much. So this is also done. The test under the login. Okay, login also done. Login.py file is also done. Let's go to the register. And here, let's see what we can do. When you select the register option, after selecting my account drop menu and select the register option, you know that you'll be taken to the register page. So where is this select register option? Is there on the home page? Go to the home page and select register option. Where is that select? This is the one. It should return you an object of which page? Let's see. What is the page? Register page, right? So where is that register page? This is the register page. Register page of self.driver. Over the mouse on this register page and import this from pages. And now come back here and write down. It's going to return you the object of the register page now. Register page is equal to, and remove this line. And after that, once you enter all the proper details, mandatory fields, and once you click on the continue button on the register page, you know that you'll be taken to the account success page. So where is this method where we have to return the object of this account success page? That is on the register page. Click on continue button on register page. Go to the register page and click on continue button. Where is that? Click on continue button. So here you return, what is that page? Account success page. Account success page self.driver. Now hover the mouse on this and import this from pages. Done. Okay, this is also done. Come back here and it's going to return you an object of the account success page. Account for success underscore page is equal to. Okay. Now use this account success page here. You don't have to create an object anyhow. We have reduced the number of lines already. Now let's go to the next one with all the fields. Here also select register option will take you to the register page. So here register underscore page is equal to, you write down, and you don't need this object creation statement here. Once you click on the continue button, you know that you'll be taken to the account page. For the mouse, returning the object of the account success page. Account underscore success underscore page is equal to okay. You don't have to create an object for the account success page. Done. Once you select the register option, it should return you an object of the register page. Register underscore page is equal to done. You don't have to create an object here. And once you enter all these details, you'll be still there on the register page only here. You don't have to do much. And here also, select register option will return you an object of the register page. Register underscore page is equal to, you don't have to create this line. You can remove this line. You have reduced one line already. And you are still on the register page, so don't have to do much. So like this, we have already reduced or optimized the page object model code by reducing the number of lines. Let's see whether the tests are still running or not after doing this. I'll say PyTest. I'll just run PyTest and all the tests should run. 11 out of 11 tests should run without any problem after optimizing this code. We still have to optimize the code. This is not done yet. Okay, the first step is completed in optimizing the code. Let's see whether after optimizing this first step of the first way of optimizing, are the tests running or not. Let's see that first. Okay. So total 11 out of 11 tests should run. Then we can move on to the next level of optimizing the code for page object model. So there is another level for optimizing the code in the page object model that I'm going to cover in the same session, guys. Okay, let's wait until all the tests run. After that, I'm going to cover that. So first of all, which tests are running here? Register, I think login related tests are running here. Let's wait for all the login tests to run and complete. Then after that, register will start, and after that, search will start. So the test is completed in the login. Going for the fourth test, we have to check each and everything because there is a major optimization code we have done. So we have to make sure that each and every test is running and there are no problems. That's the reason we have to run all the tests every time. So let's see. So now register related tests are running. Let's see whether the register tests are properly running or not. Okay, one is done. Second one, I guess. There are 4 tests in the register and everything should work fine. Most probably they will be working fine because first one is running means second also will run properly. Most probably. With all the fields, we are going to create an account here. Now third test will run where we'll try to register with a duplicate email address. Let's see whether this test will pass or fail. So our optimization of the first level of optimization is working fine, guys. All the tests are running properly without any problems or errors. Now the fourth test is running. The last test in the register. And there are 3 more tests in such functionality that need to run after this test. Let's wait for that. Total 11 tests in that. Okay. Already 8 tests have already been run. Now search related tests, 3 more tests are there. They should complete. So first search test is running where search for a valid product will run now. Okay, done. Now second search test is going to run. Done. Third one. The last one, guys. It also got run. Everything got passed, guys. Everything got passed. You see 11 out of 11 got passed. That means optimization is successful. Now let's optimize to the next level. So let's now optimize to the next level. How? So I'll show you. So what we can do here is let's go to one of the test search, let's say. And here, Let's see what we can do. Let's search for a valid product. Okay. Home page, enter product into the search box field. Click on the search button. Okay. Instead of writing these two lines, right, what we can do is we can write something like this. Okay. We can simply write search for a product or something. Okay. Search for a product kind of method we can create in this home page. Go to the home page. Instead of creating separate methods for each and every element here, I can create some this kind of methods. Def. Okay. I'll simply say search for a product. For a product, comma, and here we have to get the product name. The product name I'll give here. Just say observe guys what I'm trying to do. So when I do this, search for a product name, I'll just call this internally. I'll call this. How to call this method internally? I'll call this. First, I have to enter the product into the search box field. To search for a product, I have to say self dot enter product into the search box field. I have to pass. Have to pass what? I have to pass the product name here. Let's pass the same product name here. After that, to search for a product, I have to click on the search button, right? Already have created a method for clicking on the search button. I'll simply say self dot click on search button. Done. That's it, guys. This is one method I created. So I don't have to call these two methods separately. Enter product in the search box field and click on search button. I don't have to do. Instead, I can call the single method and I can reduce the number of lines of code here. So instead of writing these two lines, what I can do, I can reduce this two lines with a single line. How? I'll simply say home page dot search for a product. And here I'll pass this product name. And this search for a product. Okay. Just see here, it's not going to return anything, but it has to return that. So how to do that? How to return that? Here I'll mention return. Once you click on the search button, what you have to return? You have to return an object of the search page. Search page of self.driver. Okay. Now with this, you can see that now this method is going to return the object of the search page. Simply say search underscore page is equal to, and you don't have to write these two lines anymore. You see, like this, we can reduce the number of lines. Okay. Here also, search for a product, right? So here I'll write down, instead of writing these two lines here, I'll write down, already I created this method. So I can call this method any number of times. Homepage dot search for a product, and I'll pass the invalid product here. And this method is going to return you an object of the search page that I'll get here. Search underscore page. Okay, I'm storing this into the object reference, and these lines are not required anymore. You see, the number of lines already got reduced everywhere. Now, what about this one? Here also, these two lines can be reduced. How? Search without entering any product. So homepage dot search for a product, and here don't just pass empty thing, and this method is going to return an object of the search page. Just write down search underscore page is equal to, and these two lines are not required anymore. We have reduced the two lines into one line. Okay, with this process now in this test underscore search. This is done, guys. This is done. Let's see whether all the tests in the test underscore search is working or not after reducing the lines. So here itself I'll run CLS PyTest under which package we have this test package. Under the test package test underscore search.py. Just run it. All the three tests should run. If they are running means that the optimization is successful for the test search. Like that for every Python file we are going to do that. For now we are only running the search tests. Only three tests are there, they should run. If they are running means everything is fine. You see it got executed and it's working fine. The one test got run successfully. Second test is running now. Second test is running. Search for an invalid product. That also got passed. Now third one, search without entering any product name. Search without entering any product is running now. The third test is running. Let's see whether it is working fine or not. Let the page load. After that, it will search for and search without entering any product. Everything got passed. It's working fine. Optimization is working fine. Let's apply the same optimization to other functionalities. That is test login will go. Next, we'll go with the test login. Here, what we can do is, in order to log in, what we have to do, I'll write some code here. So go to the home page, then click on My Account drop menu, select login option. Okay, so here I can write some code for navigating to the login page. Okay, instead of writing these two lines, I will say navigate to login page. You can reduce these two lines to one line, right? By writing that code. So homepage dot click on my account drop down and select login option will navigate you to the login page. So let's go to the home page. In that I'll write a method. I'll create a method which will navigate you to the login page instead of writing the two line, like where you select the my account drop menu and then you select the log. This instead of having these two methods, I'll convert that into a single method saying def. Okay, navigate and simply convert this into navigate to login page like this. Okay, and here I'll write down. First, I have to call this method self dot click on. Sorry, not this one. Self dot click on my account drop menu. Then I will say. Self dot select login option, and the select login option is going to return an object of this login page. So I'm just simply say return here. Okay. So in the previous way or thing also we have to do the same thing. That is on the home page. Here, click on search button is going to return the search page, right? I don't have to write this many lines. I can remove this. Okay, the best way. Here also we are reducing the lines. So now we have written a method navigate to login page. Since anyhow, when you call this method, it's going to return the object of the login page, the same object I'm returning from this page. Okay, from this method also. So simply go to the login page and instead of writing these two lines for navigating to the login page, here write down homepage dot navigate to login page. Okay, do I have to pass anything? No, you don't have to pass anything, and it's going to return you the object of the login page. Login underscore page is equal to like this. You don't have to write these two lines anymore. You converted those two lines into a single line. Now the next lines. Navigate to the login page. After navigating, what you have to do? You have to enter in the login page, you have to enter email address, password, and click on the login button. Okay, so here instead of writing these three lines, I can write down login with given credentials or something. Okay, login with given credentials. So here on the login page, you go to the login page and so here enter email address, enter password, and click on the instead of writing these three methods. Okay, let the three methods be there. I'll use these three methods inside a single method. So to reduce the number of lines, def login with credentials, or else login. Okay, simply say login. Log into application. Okay, log into application or something you can write whatever the name you want to give. Right, you can write it here. Some people will write do login, whatever it is fine. In order to log in, what we have to enter the email address. I'll say self dot enter email address. Okay, so the email address I need to pass the same email address text I'll say here and I'll pass it here. Okay, that will go here again. And after that, self dot enter password. Here I have to pass the password. That is the password text. You just put a comma here and pass the password here. And then I have to click on which button? Login button. I'll simply say self dot click on login button. This method is going to return you an object of the account page. I'm going to say return here. Okay, now come back here and write on instead of writing these three lines, what you can write is you can simply say login page dot login to application. And to this, you have to pass the email text. You have to pass the email and I have to pass the password. That's it. You have to pass the email and password. Okay. Now remove this. Now this method is going to return you the object of the account page. Simply say account underscore page is equal to that's it. It's done. You see number of lines got reduced. Three lines got reduced to one line now. Okay, in this example. Now here also navigate to login page. Write down home page dot navigate to login page. Remove these two lines. It's going to return you an object of the login page. So write down login underscore page is equal to. Now here, what about this one? Again, you have to call that method login page dot login to application. You have to pass this email address. This is the email address you have to pass, comma. You have to pass this as a password. That's it. Now these 3 lines are not required, right? These 3 lines are not required. Okay, we have reduced the number of lines. Now, what about this one? So again, navigate to login page. Okay, here instead of writing this, simply say home page dot navigate to login page, which will return you the login page here, and remove these 2 lines. And here simply say login page dot login to application. Copy this, give this email address here, give this password here, and that's it. You don't have it will click on the login button anyhow inside the method, and it's going to return you an object of login. That's okay. Log into the application. Okay, that's fine. We don't need account page object, so we don't have to use it. Okay. Now here, what about this one? Again, navigate to login page, home page dot navigate to login page, which will return you object of the login page. Login underscore page is equal to these 2 lines are not required. Then write down login page dot login to application. Here, you should not enter any email. So the empty email, empty password you will try to enter, and anyhow it will click on the login button. That's it. We are done with this test related to the login page. Also we are done with. Okay, now finally we need to be done with the search. Let's go to the search. Now search is done. Sorry, search register. Let's go to the register. Here we have to ideate which methods we can create to reduce the number of lines. This a navigate to register page is there here. So which we have to create in the home page. Go to the home page. So to navigate to the register page, we have to click on my account drop menu, and then we have to select the register option. Here I'll create. Here we have to create a method def navigate to register page. Like this, we'll create this method. And here, in order to navigate to register page, we have to first click on the my account drop menu, self dot, click on my account drop menu. And after that, we have to select the register option. Select self dot select register option. And this select register option method is going to return an object of register page. So here I'll simply add return whatever the object that is coming from this method, I'm returning from this method. Now come back here and here write down home page dot navigate to register page. This method is going to return an object of the register page. So just write down register underscore page is equal to, okay, now these 2 lines are not required. Now once you are on the register page, here you will write this all these lines. You can reduce, okay, till clicking on the continue button. Let's say register with mandatory fields or something. Okay, register with mandatory fields you can mention. Register page dot register with mandatory fields. Okay, so how to do that? So on the register page, go to the register page and create a method here to enter whatever the things you want to enter. Okay, so here at the end or somewhere. Okay, so maybe here. Here I'll write down def register with register with, or else register I'll write. I just have to ideate what I have to provide and all. Okay. So in one of the method, we are selecting the radio button, that is S radio button here, which is not being selected here. I'll pass some Boolean value for that or something. Okay. If it is, if I have to select this S radio button, I have to pass S or something. And if I don't have to select, I have to pass some other thing, like say no or something. Okay. So, and if you don't want to do anything, you can, whatever the details. Okay. So I'll simply do one thing instead of creating multiple methods here for each and every test. I'll simply say register an account like this. And here I'll write down to register an account. What we have to do first, we have to enter the first name. I'll call this self dot enter first name. Okay, what is the first name I have to pass? Here is the first name, whatever the first name, that first name text I have to give this here, comma, is a parameter, and same first name text I have to pass while calling this method. Now self dot enter last name here, comma, last underscore name underscore text. I'll pass this to this method calling statement. Okay. Now after entering the first name, last name, you have to enter the email address. Enter email, uh, email text. I'll say here, comma, email underscore text. So I'll write down here email underscore text. Whatever the email I'll receive here, I'll pass that to this method. Okay. Self dot. After that, entering the email address, what you have to enter telephone. Enter telephone. Okay. Telephone text like this. This telephone text I'll add as a parameter here. After entering the telephone, we have to enter the password. Enter password. What is the password? Whatever the password text I'll receive here. Password. Password text. That's a password text. And pass that here. After that, self dot enter password confirm. It's a password underscore confirm underscore text. Copy this and paste it here as a parameter. Whatever I'll receive from here, I'll pass that there. After entering the password, then just go here and see on the application. On the register page, what are all the things you have to enter into the register page for registering first name, last name, email, telephone, password, password confirm. And sometimes we don't select this newsletter option. Sometimes we'll select. Whenever you have to select this newsletter option, you have to pass yes. Otherwise, you have to pass no. So for that, what I'll do is this method I'll call only when I'll pass yes here. Okay. I'll say yes or no. Okay. Yes or no. Some parameter yes or no, I'm just naming it. If yes or no dot equals, if it is equal to yes, then what I'll do, if it is equal to yes, then I'll call this method. Okay. I'll call this method self dot select yes radio button. Otherwise, I'm not going to call. If only yes is passed here, yes is passed, then this option will be selected. Otherwise, the option will not be selected. Okay, that's the code I'm writing. Then what else? So if S is passed, this will be selected. Otherwise, nothing will be selected, and by default, no will be there. Now I have to select the privacy policy. Then self dot select agree checkbox field, which is nothing but privacy policy. After that, I need to click on the continue button. And here also for selecting the, it's better that, okay, for selecting the checkbox field, I have to pass privacy policy. Okay. So here I'll write down the code. If privacy policy dot equals select, then only select. Otherwise, if you don't pass select, then this is not going to get selected. Okay. I'm just making this more reusable and all. Okay, for all the tests. That is the reason I'm writing this code. So after that, I need to click on the continue button no matter what. To click on the continue button, I have to say self dot click on continue button. That's it. You see all this code is available here for registering an account, and this click on continue button is going to return object of the account success page. Simply write return here so that whatever the object that is being written by this method also will return the same object when it is being called. Now come back here and write down the code. Here simply say register page dot register an account, and here we have to pass in this particular method. We have to pass a lot of lines will be reduced, guys. You can see that. First, I have to pass the first name, comma. Then we have to pass the last name, comma. Then we have to pass the email address. That is this one, comma. After passing the email address, what else we have to pass? We have to pass the telephone number. After passing the telephone number, we have to pass the password. After passing the password, we have to pass the confirm password. After passing the confirm password, we have to say whether we have to select that yes radio button or not. So I'll say no here because I don't want to select because only mandatory fields need to be selected. That newsletter is not mandatory. And here we have to say whether we have to select this checkbox field, agree checkbox field. If I have to select. Otherwise, you say don't select. Select, you just pass. If it is select, then Then what else we have to say? We have to pass, comma. Then we have to no need to pass anything else. This much is enough. This much is enough. That's it. Now you can reduce all these lines. Till continue button you can remove. And this method is going to return you an object of the account success page. Account underscore success underscore page is equal to done. You see how many lines got reduced? Lot of lines got reduced, right? Lot of lines already got reduced here. So here also we can do the same thing. Navigate to the register page. Write down home page dot navigate register page. Remove these two lines. This method is going to return you an object of the register page. Register underscore page is equal to, and here we have to enter register page dot register an account. Here I have to pass all these values. Arun, first name, last name, email address, email address, telephone, then password, password confirm, we have to select the radio button. So I have to pass yes this time. Earlier I passed no. This time I'll pass yes so that this radio button will get selected. Then we have to pass select for the checkbox field to be selected. After the checkbox field got selected, I have to click on the continue button. That's it, right? That's it. Okay, we are done. And all these lines are not required anymore. These lines, you see how many lines got getting ready. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 lines got reduced. 9 lines got reduced with a single line, replaced with single line. So 8 lines got reduced almost. So this method register an account is going to, that's not required because that's required account success page. You need to get an object of the account success page here that is being returned by this. So account underscore success underscore page is equal to done. You see, this much simple the method became. How optimized the code has become. You can see that. Here also navigate to the register page, home page dot navigate to register page. It's going to return you an object of the register page. Okay, done. These two lines you can reduce. And after that, say register page dot register an account. Here you have to pass this email address, this password, this last name, this duplicate email address for which account already exists. And after that, you have to pass this telephone. And after that, you have to pass this password. After this, you have to pass password confirm. And after that, you have to select this radio button. So just pass yes here. That will be selecting the yes radio button. And after that, you have to select the checkbox field. For that, you have to pass select. So all good, and it will be clicking on continue button and reduce this lines. And this method is going to return you but we don't return you an object of the account success page, but we don't have to use it anywhere. So we don't have to create that object reference because here account success page object reference is not really required in this particular test. Now here again, home page dot navigate to register page, and it's going to return you the register page object. I'm going to refer that using the register page object reference. Done. And here register page dot register an account, and here the first name is this one, comma, this is the last name empty. You are not going to enter any last name. Then you are not going to enter any email. You are not going to enter any telephone. Then you are not going to enter any password. You are not going to enter any confirm password or password confirm. Then after that, you are not going to select any radio button, say no, and then you are not going to select the checkbox field, that is a privacy policy. Okay, say don't, let's say no, otherwise select or, okay, no, you just pass no. Apart from select whatever you want to pass, you can pass. I'm just passing no. And now these lines are not required anymore. That's it. We have reduced the number of lines here already. Okay, and the method looks even bigger. I mean, the even after reducing the lines, still a lot of lines are there here. Okay, here what I can do, I can see like I have to verify all these assertions. So is there any way I can reduce these lines? I'm just thinking. Okay, so retrieve privacy policy warning and all. So I'll go to all these are on the register page. I have to go to the register page, and here I have to mention something like this. So here I'm retrieving all these warnings, right? Retrieve privacy policy warning, first name warning, last name warning, okay? Email warning, telephone warning. Can I make it more better or something like that? I'm just thinking def, I'll simply say verify warning or something. I'll simply write down verify all warning message warnings, okay? Like this I'll write down. And so here, so a lot of warning messages are there. This expected warnings I'll pass to that method. Okay. So here I'll create something, comma, expected privacy policy. Just to reduce the lines, I'm writing this code. Warning. Okay. Then what is the next warning we have? I can write that here. I can copy expected first name warning message, comma. Then I have to pass, what else we have to pass? Expected last name warning message I have to pass. Then I can reduce if I don't want to give the entire names. Expected privacy policy. Okay, let it be there. So it will be more readable if it is there. Then expected email warning message. Give that here, comma. Then what else we have? Expected telephone warning message. Give that, say, comma. Anything else is there? Expected password warning message. Even that also you give here. That's fine. Now write this code. Now here you are retrieving the privacy policy. It will return you the actual privacy policy warning. Okay. Self dot retrieve privacy policy warning. This is going to retrieve the warning message. Okay. What it is returning, you see, retrieve privacy. It is returning you the warning message. Here you can write down actual. Here you can write down is equal to, and you just rename this to, instead of expected, you write down actual. Okay. That's done. Similarly, what you have to do, You have to call the first name warning now. Self dot retrieve first name warning, and here write down, copy this is equal to, and change this expected to actual. Okay. Then self dot retrieve last name warning. Here I'll write down expected last name warning is equal to, and I'll change this to actual last name warning. Okay. So there is a way for everything, guys, to reduce the lines, right? You can ideate and reduce the lines. This is the way. So then expected email warning message is there. Self dot retrieve email warning. Here write down is equal to, and say replace expected with actual. Done. What are the other warnings we have apart from the email warnings? We have telephone warning and password warning. Just come here and say self dot retrieve telephone warning after email telephone warning. Here write down is equal to, and change is expected to actual. Okay. Then what else we have? The last one, password warning message. Here I'll write down self dot retrieve what is the last one? Password warning. Paste it here is equal to, and changes expected to actual. Now we have the expected warnings and actual warnings. I have to compare that. Okay. So I'll write down if warning. Okay, I have to write the code, whatever the code that is written here. I have to write contains. Okay, here dot contains. The first one is contains. If expected privacy policy warning dot contains dot underscore contains actual privacy warning. Okay. How to write this logic? You can write this logic like this. So contains, then I'll just set some flag here. That is some Boolean value. Say status is equal to, I'll say false. I'll by default set it to false. Here I'll say status is equal to true. Okay. If it is contains means true. And then another if statement I'll write down. All this code belong to this method, guys. Okay. If expected first name warning dot equals actual first name warning message, then again status okay, or else I'll do one thing. I'll write down something here. Just make this complex, a bit logic complex. If this is true, then only it will go and check this one. Okay. Here I'll at the high level, I'll say status is equal to false. And the status will become true only when all these conditions pass. Like that, I'm going to write the logic. Okay. Once all the conditions pass only, I'll just say true. Then what is the next one? Expected last name warning. Dot underscore equals actual last name warning. If this is also true, then we'll go inside. If what is the next one? Email, expected email warning dot underscore equals actual email warning. Then again we'll go inside. I can write in a single statement, but it will become very lengthy, guys. That's why I'm choosing this approach. Then I'll write down if expected telephone warning dot underscore equals actual telephone warning. Okay. And finally, if last one, there may be a better way of writing the code, but I'm mostly focusing on my way, and I'm mostly focusing on reducing the number of lines, but you can write in a better way. Okay. If you don't want to waste your time, but you can improvise this code if you want. Okay. But this is what I'm writing for now. Okay. Then only I'll set the status to true. And here at the end, I'll simply say return status. That's it. Okay. So status will be true only with when all these things match. So when you call this verify all warnings, you don't have to write this many lines of code. Simply you can say assert. You can remove this one also. You can simply write down assert register page dot verify all warnings. That's it. If it is returning true means the test will pass. See how simplified we have made the test into. So like this in real time, you may come across different situations and you have to ideate by yourself and optimize the code. Okay. This is not a compulsory step, but if you do so, it will look good. The code will look good and you'll not see lengthy tests in your scripts and all. Okay. Let's run the test and see if every test is running fine or not. All the 11 out of 11 tests should run. Then only the things got optimized. We can confirm. So the second level of optimization is also done. We are done with the optimization of the page object model. So we can now go to the next part of the framework. Okay. Page object model implementation is done, guys. Okay. We can go to the next level now. Okay. What at all we can improvise in this framework, we can do in the next sessions. A lot of things are there in this framework. Okay. That we have to implement that I'm going to cover in the upcoming sessions. This framework is not yet done, guys. So, but we have come to a good place, you can say. Okay. In the framework, we have already come to the good place. And we have to integrate this framework with lot of stuff to make it more advanced. In the upcoming sessions, I'll do that. So let's wait for all the tests to run. So I have followed a different process while explaining this framework, as most of the instructors will explain you directly, but I don't want to do that. Rather, I would like to, figure out the problems and solve one by one to improvise the framework. Okay, people will directly write the page object model before you. Okay, but here I started with writing in a plain manner. Okay, and then I have, implemented the framework things one by one. So this way of learning, right, you will be more confident. Okay, you'll get more confidence in the frameworks because you know why you are writing like that and like this. Okay, why you are implementing the page object models. Okay, why you are creating all these packages, utilities, everything you will know now. Instead of directly creating a framework on the fly, right? This is a way to explain. You can directly write the framework. Okay, if you are already confident enough, but if you're not confident and if you are in the learning state, then this way of learning the framework is more better. So where you, based on your requirements, you are going to upgrade your framework, okay, and implement the things. Instead of putting everything in a single place and confusing you, if I explain to you the framework like this, you will get more confidence. That's the reason I am following this process. I know that this is taking time because a lot of tests are there and all, but this way of one of the tests got failed. This way of learning is very good, guys. Okay, this way of learning is very good for beginners and people who are not confident and all. They will gain a lot of confidence in framework creation by this approach. So one of the tests got failed. We have to figure out the reason why it got failed. So such tests are running. Only that failed test we are going to run. We are not going to run all the tests after fixing that. Don't worry. So let all the tests run and see which test is failing, and we'll work on that particular test. So out of 11, one got failed, and that test is nothing but this particular test. Okay, same type error. Okay, I got it. So guys, we have done one mistake there. Remember, go to the register, and here we have to give all the warnings, right? That I forgot to pass here. Okay. I don't know whether that will come or not. All the warning messages I have removed, right? Yeah, we got the warning messages. Let's do it now. I have to pass this expected warning messages. I didn't pass that. Okay. That's why the tests are failing. Now write down the code. Yeah, just write down here. Register page dot verify all warnings. And this you have to pass all the arguments that you are not passing. First, privacy policy warning message you pass. Put a comma. And after that, you pass this expected first name warning. Expected first name warning you pass next. Then put a comma. And then you pass expected last name. Okay. Then put a comma. And then pass. After that, expected last name, expected email address warning you pass. Then expected telephone warning you have to pass. I was not passing earlier. I forgot to pass. While calling that method, right, you have to pass all the expected warning messages. Then only it will verify with the actual warning message, password warning message. Okay, the last one. Now pass it from here as the last argument. Done. That's it. Here, say assert and remove all this stuff till the end. Now it should work. Let's run only only this test register.py file. Let's run. Let's not run all the tests. PyTest under the test package. One of the tests from this test register was failing, so I am running only this test register.py. Press enter. Only 4 tests will run. If all the 4 tests are passing, means the issue got fixed. First test is running. It got passed. Now the second test will run. Second test is running. Register with all fields also got passed. Try to register with duplicate email. You should get a warning message saying duplicate email address, email account already exists, kind of thing. The third test is running now, which were passing earlier also. Now the last test need to pass. Okay, earlier when the previous run, the last test was failing in the register test. That should pass. Now if it is passing means we are good. See, not entering anything and warning messages. Still it got failed. We have to figure out the reason why it got failed. Attribute error. Okay. Okay, there is a problem. If expected privacy policy in the register page, we have written some code, but it was wrongly written. Here I have to write underscore underscore. Okay, this was a mistake, a small mistake. So issues will come, guys. You have to figure out and fix them by yourself. Okay, so everyone will do the mistakes. Okay, it's not a big deal. So again, let's run this test. Let's run the same test again. Just press upper arrow. We'll go with the previous command and run it. Press enter. Let's say whether all these tests. So we have to continue running them until all the tests will pass, right? There's no other way. The first one got passed. 4 out of 4 tests should pass this time. I fixed the remaining issue also. Let's see what will happen. Second test is running. It got passed. Third test. Passed. Now fourth test. Fourth test is running. And if it is passing means everything is fine. All the tests, remaining tests got passed and this one is left out. Let's see. Now it got passed. Then it says that everything is passing and we have successfully optimized the code. Now if you observe that, if you observe this test, you see how simplified they are, right? Less number of lines. All the tests have less number of lines now. And here test login also open and see, you see they have less number of lines now, right? All the things have less number of lines. We can still optimize. I don't want to go there. We can still optimize. So display status of ADT or account information option and all. Okay. So log into the application. There is a way to optimize, but I don't want to go there. But this much is enough. We are good. Okay, we are good. This much of optimization is still good. So with this, we are done with this session where we have successfully optimized the page object model design pattern implementation in this hybrid framework creation. So see you in the next session. Thank you. Bye-bye.